Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
Visual effects push the boundaries of what we see on screen.
Their work makes the impossible seem possible.
With breathtaking ambition, they create magic that wraps its arms around our wildest imagination.
Well, the press tour for the Snow White has started. It started last night at the Oscars. They came out to Snow White music.
Yeah, they did Someday My Prince Will Come.
That's right.
And they're like, hey, look, we promise we're best friends. There's no problems between us. We love each other so much, and we can't wait to put this movie out there. Even though Rachel Zegler has consistently been posting edited posters of Snow White without Gal Gadot in it on her Instagram.
Disney tried to drop a magical trailer at D23 to build hype, but instead, it completely backfired. Fans are furious, and the internet is flooded with complaints. You'd think with all of Disney's experience, they'd know how to deliver a hit, right? But nope. This one is turning into an absolute marketing disaster. People are calling the trailer lifeless, uninspired, and a total insult to the original classic. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, boom! Gal Gadot has had enough. She's calling Disney out for cutting her singing parts from both the trailer and the movie. Imagine putting in all that hard work only to have it erased, without warning or explanation. That's gotta sting. Now fans are asking, what else is Disney hiding? And to make matters worse, reports are coming in that some test screening audiences walked out because it was that bad.
Zegler appears to be very jealous of Gal Gadot, which, can you blame her? I would be too. But the difference here is that she seemingly has lashed out regarding what everybody sees, the elephant in the room of, maybe this is odd casting, that Gal Gadot, one of the most beautiful women in the world, is casted as the evil queen who is jealous of Snow White's beauty when she's prettier.
It only happened a couple times in my career, and it's because, there's some jealous person that doesn't want to actually, it's just like something else is going on. You always look at your co-host. You don't get up and hand out an award like this without maybe sort of looking over, and you kind of cheat it because they're both there on stage together, so you don't fully look over because then the audience can't see you, but there's a way of sort of cheating it and looking pleasantly and having a nice little smile. But these two women,
Hans CGI Dwarfs, a complete disaster. Fans are outraged, and Disney's top executives are scrambling to figure out how to fix this sinking ship. Some sources even suggest they might scrap the whole thing. That's right. This could go down as one of Disney's worst projects in years. So, what went wrong? And why is Gal Gadot speaking out? Can Disney even recover from this mess? Let's break it all down. The highly anticipated Snow White 2025 trailer just dropped at D23 and, well, it bombed. Hard. Fans were not impressed, and social media is absolutely tearing it apart. Everywhere you look, people are calling it uninspired, dull, and a huge letdown. With all of Disney's resources and talent, you'd think they'd get it right. But nope, it's a massive thumbs down from the audience. And now, Gal Gadot, the evil queen herself, is speaking out. She's openly calling out Disney for cutting her singing parts from both the trailer and the movie. Imagine pouring your heart into something, feeling proud of your work, only for it to be erased without warning. That's gotta sting. And honestly, a lot of people can probably relate to feeling undervalued and ignored at their own jobs. But that's not all. Disney's entire marketing campaign for Snow White 2025 is in shambles. Fans are calling it one of the worst promotional efforts they've ever seen from a Disney live-action movie. It's like every decision they make just pushes people further away. At this point, people are asking, has Disney lost
playing a hero, but what was it like playing a villain in this movie?
It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. First of all, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to play the first iconic villain ever. The appreciation and the respect that we get from our incredible audience. So yes, I'm very, very lucky, grateful, and privileged for all this love.
So do you. Hi, everyone. Welcome
D23 surprises. You're all going to be the very first audience to see our brand new teaser trailer for Snow White before it goes out into the world. So please enjoy and have a great D23.
Instead of casting real actors with dwarfism, Disney chose CGI for the dwarfs. Yeah, you heard that right. And unsurprisingly, it's caused a whole new wave of backlash. Viewers and critics alike are calling Disney out for not giving real people the chance to shine on the big screen. I mean, wasn't Hollywood supposed to be moving forward when it comes to representation? What happened to keeping things real and respectful? Seriously, Disney, it's 2025, not the dark ages. This decision has left fans disappointed, and honestly, it just adds to the growing list of marketing missteps. Gal Gadot, director. Marc Webb, and even Disney's top boss, Bob Iger, are reportedly clashing over how this movie is being handled. Apparently, there were promises made about what would be shown in the trailers. But guess what? Disney didn't deliver. It's like being promised a big work bonus and then hearing, "Oh, sorry, not happening." Frustrating, right? And if you thought that was bad, wait until you hear about the test screenings. They were a disaster. Audiences just weren't feeling it. And some of Gal Gadot's scenes, so underwhelming that people actually walked out. Imagine hyping yourself up for a big movie night, sitting down with high expectations, only to feel like leaving halfway through. That's how bad it was. At this point, Disney really needs to figure things out, fast. Because if this keeps up, Snow White 2025 might just be one of their biggest flops ever.
Movie, replace the 7 dwarves with 7 average people instead. Do you think Disney made the right choice doing this?
Oh, wow. I didn't think this was going to be the question today. It's funny you should ask this because a buddy of mine, we were talking about this the other day, and it's perfect timing for this because of all the AI and all that like SAG and the Writers Guild are going through.
You're progressive in one way, but you're still making that fucking backward story of 7 dwarves living in a cave to get what the are you doing, man?
There are actors, dwarf actors, that dream to be in a major motion picture such as this Disney remake. And now, because Peter Dinklage said what he said last year, now it's taken away. And it's taken away because of quote-unquote progression and all that. And it's not right.
After all the backlash and those brutal test screenings, Disney is now scaling back Gal Gadot's presence in the film. That's right. Word is, they're making her almost invisible in the next trailer. It's a major shift, and honestly, it feels like they're trying to hide something. When things don't go as planned, Disney's fix seems to be sweeping it under the rug instead of addressing the real issues. Rachel Zegler, the actress stepping into the iconic role of Snow White, isn't exactly thrilled either. She reportedly has her own frustrations with how Disney is handling the movie. And if she starts pulling back from promoting it, that's another massive red flag. It's like when you're so unhappy at a new job that you start skipping meetings. You just know things aren't looking good. Bob Iger and Disney's top execs are scrambling to fix this disaster. Emergency meetings, last-minute strategy shifts. It's like every single day, there's a new fire to put out, and nobody has enough water. And let's be real, panic isn't a good look, especially not for one of the biggest entertainment giants. And here's the craziest part. There are whispers that Disney might just pull the plug on Snow White altogether. Yeah, you heard that right. Some insiders think Disney might shut it down completely, just like other failed projects that never made it past the chopping block. And honestly, it might be their best option at this point. Sometimes you have to know when to fold, and for Disney, this could be that moment. But will they really do it? Or will they double down and risk an even bigger failure?
1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. So we didn't do that this time.
Doesn't sound like something a little kid would like. Was terrified of it. Never revisited Snow White again. So I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was just
It's just the weirdest thing, but it always happens to me, and I always have to just pretend that I don't always spend my time here. I swear to God.
Is that your favorite ride? I mean, that's a weird thing that you are Snow White now.
I mean,
Wow.
it's one of the original. I'm a really big Disney fan. I grew up at the Disney parks. My parents took me every summer.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so it's like it is. It's part of my upbringing.
That's a bold move, but at this point, maybe it's for the best. Why keep pushing something that's clearly falling apart? All right, folks, that's a wrap on the Snow White 2025 meltdown. From the brutal backlash over the trailer to behind-the-scenes drama, Gal Gadot's reduced role, Rachel Zegler's frustrations, and Disney's top execs scrambling in emergency meetings, this is shaping up to be one of Disney's biggest crises in years. And now, there's